So in reality, we're looking between 5 and 10 years lifespan.
All on the computer. How long you want the computer now? Like, I think, Joe, did you bring up yesterday about the computer replacement? Every 5 years? I mean, I kind of agree with that. They ought to replace the computer more often. No fault to them. It's 8 years old, you know, hard drive. What's wrong is the hard drives. They can only last so long. Well, we're afraid what's going to happen down here is the hard drive is going to fail, and then we're dead in the water. So no matter what you do, I think you all have a replacement plan in 5 or 6 years. Replace the tower and put the software and stuff back on the new tower. That way you have a new hard drive and stuff. Because remember, this is mission critical stuff.
So in future budget estimates, so about every 5 to 8 years, we should consider
Replacing the tower.
$250,000
No,
replacement.
you're somewhere proud. Now this is off the top of my head, okay? Oh, you're probably looking. You can get a computer. You're probably looking somewhere around 5,000 position. You're just replacing the computer. The rest of the hardware is okay. The boxes and stuff, nothing wrong there. But the computer is always running, you know, the hard drive. Am I answering so you understand that correctly?
So there's one of those in each one of those stations.
Yeah, there's a computer tower each. They have 4 of them sitting down there. And they're in the back room. Is where they're at.
Now, Ted, has the city dispatch got all this same equipment?
No, they have the buttons. They don't have a 2-position. They have a Zetron console, but it's all buttons. That's what you guys had generation before this. Okay? So, I don't think you want to go back to the buttons because you don't get a lot of this instant recalls and stuff like this.
And our call volume is so much more than theirs.
Oh, yeah. You have any ideas, Scott? Kathy?
From when we were upstairs to now, at least 5 times the.
No, you meant the city, right? Between
Yeah.
the city and us.
Yeah. 7 times the call volume. At least.
So basically, the city has to maintain a system similar to what we've got.
Yes.
So we have 2 systems.
You have 2 systems
When we
today.
could have 1.
Yes. And if you ever want to bring them on, do what you just said. You just buy a position.
And that's the 22,000.
We have Wabash County converted 2 years ago, and like I said, Huntington. I think next week they're going to air. They combine 2, also. Not uncommon, but not uncommon the way you guys are doing too.
Ted, help me out here a little bit. No more than I know about computers. You can put it on this page, but you talk about Windows 7. Is that the same as what they're talking about Windows 8 now? That Windows 8 is something else.
And if you notice, a lot of people are not doing Windows 8.
Well, is this something, if we get, like if we go to Windows 7, is it going to be long till they force you to go to Windows 8? No.
Well, Windows 8 is basically a add-on to Windows 7. It's still Windows 7, but it's got all the pretty icons and all that. It is still Windows 7 based.
It's like a patch. It's like an upgrade.
There
Yeah,
you
like
go.
when they did
Good.
Windows 98 second edition or Millennium or whatever, it's just adding to that same platform. XP became a new platform.
Right.
Windows 7 is now a new base platform that they're gonna do pretty little things to as they go along.
Yeah.
But they're almost forcing you, Scott, when you go to
Right.
buy a laptop or whatever. They're forcing you to go to 8 because they're doing away with the 7.
No, this is a brand new laptop. Matter of fact, this is the first time we used it. That's why. we can walk
That's
over
up to the
that.
manufacturer more than Microsoft.
Right.
The manufacturer
Okay.
wants you to have all these pretty icons to use, like touch screen, and that it's designed for touch screen computers and stuff. So you can slip the things along, like on your phones, your smartphones, you can slide things along and work that way, but it's still Windows 7 platform, so.
And the reason they do that is because they can only support certain platforms for so long. So sometimes the user, when they buy a laptop, I'll have a choice. Do I want Windows XP? Do I want Windows 7? But XP and 7 are so different that's why they can't communicate the way that a Windows 7 and a Windows 8 could
I screwed
communicate.
up. You got me too excited. Got to pull these out.
for disaster, there is one thing about this new IP for disaster. As long as the equipment in the building, in the back room, has not been destroyed, is still operational, but say flood, for some reason we have a flood and that we can't work in our dispatch center, we can conceivably come over here, plug in laptops, and continue to use our radio. We can continue to use our CAD. Our phone system can still. All that NENA standards is moving towards disaster, still being able to operate. In the past, you were done, you're out of the building, there's nothing you can do. Now, as long as the backbone isn't down, we can continue to operate at another location. So conceivably, we could go to another county. Say, go to Noble County, sit down, and continue to operate our radios, our 911, answering our 911 calls, running our CAD. So disaster is where this is really great. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it kind of follows your 911 phone, what Scott just did. Yeah, if you will.
Okay, any more questions of Ted, since he's got us totally confused?
Actually, I'm surprised you asked good questions. I don't care what you say, Tom, about phones. She does, too. So remember, you have an advantage here. You have a choice. The choice may be hard for you what to do, but you do have a choice. I tried to say yesterday, it's like an old car with a bad motor in it. You put a new motor in it, you got to replace the tires, but you're still setting in the same frame. So do you want to do that yet, or do you want to move into the new future? Sheriff, did I do okay?
Don't bring donuts next time.